Hey there folks, this is DMC Jedi Man Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR Heat 4. We're jumping back on into this today. Hope everyone's been enjoying the series. Don't forget, if you like my content, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you're notified when I upload. Check out my gaming channel sometime if you like video game Let's Plays. And feel free to follow DMC Jedi Man's Den on social media. I'm currently on Facebook, Twitter, Discord, and Blue Sky. Links, as always, will be in the description below. So let's get this recording started. Starting the recording right now. Okay, recording has been started. I got a whole new group of items today. I've also started to mark down what items I've shown off, because it occurred to me while I was gathering things today of, hey, I'm not sure what I've shown off yet and what I haven't. I'm pretty sure everything I've got pulled aside right here now I haven't shown off. You know, there still may be a little overlap, because in the earlier episodes, you could only see the item in the inset camera. You know, I've gotten a lot better now where I'm doing a second, bit of footage so I can split where it switches to full screen when I show off an item. Okay, we're at Worldwide Technology Raceway Truck Series race, so go for that one. I'm kind of excited for this coming weekend. Cup Series has it off because it's Easter weekend, but the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series will be heading to Rockingham. First time we've been there in a long time, so I'm excited to see those. This past weekend's races at Bristol were mid to bleh. Really didn't like seeing Larson stink up the show 2 days in a row. Thankfully, he didn't end up winning the truck event too, or I would have been even more cross. Gateway. I think this is actually a road course, if I remember correctly. Or maybe not. Okay, let's go out and get a practice session done.
Clear the pit, hammer down.
Yeah, I recently started playing the Crew Motorfest. I gotta say, I love that game far better than Crew 2. Just need one lap to make sure we hit our goal, and then it's on the qualifying. And there we go. We got our practice lap in.
All right, take driver.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to finish this season today. We might make it to the start of the playoffs for the series, though. I really hope that we're able to do a Cup hot seat for Legacy Motor Club. Although at this point, I think it will be called Richard Petty Motorsports.
Give us all you got.
I don't think they started the Legacy branding until 2003. I think 02 or not 2003, 2023. I think 2022 is still Petty Motorsports or something like that.
All right, time's up. Let's see what we play.
Second? Okay. Not quite as, not a pole position, but we can win from second. Okay, Moffitt starts the pole. Gilliland has to start the back, as does Austin Hill.
You're coming to the green. Be ready here. Green's out now. Let's go. Inside, inside. All right, clear low.
Not a very big fan of this track's configuration. 'We have made it to the lead, though, so as long as we stay in the lead, we're good.
5 to go, driver.
Okay. We're almost to 2 to go. So we should win this one. Alright, coming to the final lap.
One more to go.
Final set of turns, and then we can take this checkered flag. Alright, victory again.
Great job, driver. Second flag is in the air. It's yours.
8 wins in the season. Alright. Messages? Yep, Clay Greenfield sent us one. Video.
You've been doing a really great job here lately. It's been a lot of fun racing with you.
Alright. We will send them a compliment. Alright, Ben Rhodes. It's ridiculous. Everybody loves Stan Lund. Nobody has anything mean to say at all. Hashtag that's crazy. And Brett Moffitt. Oh man, Stan Lund's the best. We're going fishing this weekend. Should be super fun. Alright. Xfinity Series race. Okay, so 18 out of 33 races. So yeah, we probably will make it to the start of the playoffs before we're done. And we're near my own backyard of New Hampshire. While we're waiting on that, let's start with showing off the first item here. What we got here is a Richard Petty VHS tape rewinder. Press the button, put the tape in. Obviously, it requires a cord, which I don't remember if I have the cord or not. I know it's not on display with this, but, you know, nice classic piece here. And yes, I still have VHS tapes too, so I could actually use it if I wanted. Alright, let's get a practice lap in. I used to have a strategy for this race. I don't think the strategy would work here. And I'm not well, I will show off the strategy once I get our practice lap in, because it very well might kill the car. Yeah, this strat generally worked in NASCAR Heat 04 and 05. I think 06, 07 as well. I'm not sure if it works in any of the current gen games though. Okay, we got our practice lap in. So basically, let's see if I can even pull it off. Like I don't know if this will work, but basically I would cut across the infield here. And then back out onto the track at that point. Used to gain me a ton of time. I'm gonna do it one more time. I'm just curious to see if I don't think that saves any time in this version, though. No. But that's what I used to do. Obviously, I don't really do that anymore. Okay, let's get qualifying done. New Hampshire. I've actually been to this track a few times. That being said, though, I haven't been since 2011. Well, actually, no, I haven't been since 2010, I should say. That was the last year me and my dad attended, because lost him to cancer in February the next year. One of these days, I'm going to go back. Ooh, that was close.
All right, time's up. Let's see what we play.
Second, again. Is really fast. Tyler Reddick's been dominating, and Chastain likes me.
Drive safe, be smart, keep your head on straight. Be ready here. Green's out, man. Let's go. You got one down, low now.
Got 8 laps to get this one. Ooh, that was close. It's like, I don't normally drive that dirty, but I am not about to have to hold off Reddick. Home track, I'm winning this. Even if I have to be a little dirty to do it. I'll apologize to him, he'll forgive me. At least no one else is up here challenging me now. And if there's any luck, Reddick will at least get back to second. He can have that position back. Two more laps and this race will be done. Yeah, Reddick definitely had the faster car. I don't know that I could have held him off or caught him if he got too far past me. Come on, Reddick, get back to second. I'd like you to get second. I may have took him out a little more than I really planned. And if that's the case, I hope that's not him at the very back here and I don't catch up to him, because that could be bad. Alright, that's the win. Not entirely clean, but that's the win. The lobster is mine. Yeah, that's the trophy for New Hampshire. A lobster. I imagine they do that for the Xfinity Series as well. Okay, 10th. He got 10th. He is not going to be happy with me, but I will apologize. Yep. Did anybody see what Stan Lund did to me at New Hampshire? That was uncalled for garbage! Sorry. Okay. Race 12 for the Truck Series. 5 until playoffs, so maybe we'll make it. Alright, let's get, hold on. This is a speedway race, so I'll repair the speedway one that we were in before. Okay, and everywhere else is, it's fine. So, Chicagoland. And while we're heading there, I'll show off the next item. This is technically a pair of items. So, we have this Toy Biz Mark Martin Valvoline car. I want to say, says 97 on the bottom. And yeah, this paint scheme was running 97. I think of it as the 96 to 97. And I believe the figure is also... Okay, the figure says Playing Mantis, so I guess it's more of a Johnny Lightning figure. But it's pretty decent scale to the car, so... And the detail's not bad. You know, definitely looks like Mark. There's no opening features to the car. The wheels do turn, although they only seem to really turn that way. I can't really get them to turn the other way. Yeah, Mark Martin was my dad's favorite, so needless to say, I got his collection when he passed, and I've added to it on my own over the last few years too.
You're clear of pit road.
Whoa.
Got a carload now. Final clear.
Alright, there's our practice lap we needed done. Now let's get the qualifying position.
Time to go now.
You know, it's funny. At the end of this season for Xfinity in the game, I'm probably going to buy my own team for that, for the Cup side. I'm likely just going to continue racing for Richard Petty in his 43, you know, for the rest of my career. Just because I like being able to have the exact font, you know, plus my name will be on the car, so... I do wonder, will it automatically change paint schemes, you know, depending on races? So that'd be kind of neat, too.
All right, that's it.
Pole position. Parker Kligerman's having a good weekend. Austin Hill has to start the back, and I won the pole.
All right, man. You're coming to the green. Ready? The green flag is in the air. Hold your line. Got one outside. Clear eye, bud.
6 laps to do it here.
To go, driver.
I've also decided that when I get to the end of the first season of Cup, that's probably going to be it for this series. It doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing the game on my own, but I feel like I've done just about everything really to do. It's like I ran out of stories to tell of my life growing up around that, you know, being a NASCAR fan a while back. And eventually I'm going to run out of cool things to show off too. So at that point, it's just going to be watch me run a bunch of races, probably win most of them, you know, wash, rinse, repeat, which probably won't be overly fun. That still means, though, we're, like, the episode I'm recording right now, I believe, is episode 12. It's either 12 or 13, which means I think we should probably have another 15 to 20 episodes after this before I finish up. Oh, bad time for my nose to itch. Nothing like having an itchy nose going into a corner at high speed. Around to take the checkered flag. I can scratch this nose again proper.
Great job, driver. Checkered flag is in the air. It's yours.
I should be getting pretty close to another achievement for winning a set number of races. Alright, Stuart Friesen. You know, it is interesting and nobody believes me, but I've always wanted to be just like Stan Lund. Alright, now the next Xfinity Series race. Iowa Speedway. Alright, while we're waiting on that, I'll show off the next few items. These are some vintage NASCAR magnets I have proudly displayed on my fridge. We got this 1996 Mark Martin one. The Batman Forever Thunderbat of Bill Elliott. And the vintage 1992 Fan Appreciation Tour Richard Petty magnet. I got a bunch more magnets on the fridge, you know, vintage NASCAR, but these three are three of my favorites. If I had the Bobby Hamilton one that was in better shape like these, I'd probably have that here too, but my Bobby Hamilton one is so faded that it's like I gotta get a new one. Also need to look into if they did the silver 43 cars of magnet, because I want that if they did. Alright, let's get a practice lap in. Why is my nose so itchy today? It's like, or not even today, just during this, like, it was fine earlier today, but now that I'm doing something where I can't really afford to take time to scratch it, it's like, oh, I'm gonna bother you now. Alright, there's practice lap done.
Let's go now. Alright now, just like practice, qualifying count. Here we go.
Get this qualifying lap in, and we'll get this race done. You know, I think I actually might have brought more items out to show off this time than I probably would get to show off. Like, there's 3 specific ones I'm gonna make sure get shown off. Ah, we got the pole. Well, actually, 4 specific ones, because some of the items I brought from back there, I don't want to have to put them back and then pull them back out. Actually, one of the items is one thing I realized I forgot last time. Matt Mills has been dominant, Chastain has to start at the back, and Mike Harmon crashed during qualifying. As long as it's not as bad as that one crash he had. Like, he had a crash that damn near looked like, well, it looked like it should have been fatal. Thankfully, it wasn't.
Green down now, let's go. Car outside. Top 3 is needed.
This is a 10-lap race, so. Probably will end up lapping cars by the end of this one, I would think. About halfway done with this one. Looks like Matt Mills got overtaken by the 20. I think that's Christopher Bell in this.
By the go, driver.
Oh, Matt Mills has retaken that spot again. Can't do too many of that. I see the tail end of the field. definitely going to be putting some of them a lap down.
2 laps left. Take off. Still there? Alright, you're clear there.
Well, that was good. I made it past them with no incident.
1 more to go. Alright, you're clear there.
Had to let off the gas a little bit because I didn't want to get into the back end of him.
You're all clear up top. Way to go,
There we
driver.
go.
That's the win. Nice job.
And that was Christopher Bell in the 20. All right. Joey Case. Holy cow! 15 Xfinity Series season wins? You sure you aren't driving a freight train instead of a car? You're unstoppable! Hashtag choo choo! Alright. Looks like just an Xfinity race this time. And we're at Watkins Glen, because of course we are. Well, while we're waiting for that to load up, I'll show off the next thing. What we have here is a Micro Machines Kyle Petty Hot Wheels hauler. This is actually made by Micro Machines, and the back end opens, and it has its very own Micro Machines Hot Wheels Kyle Petty car in there. Level of detail on these is pretty good. Again, I'll have to figure out what drivers got the Hot Wheels treatment, because if they did a Bobby Hamilton one like this, I gotta get it.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
Yikes. Did not mean to mow the grass there. Alright, now we're starting our practice lap. I'm only going to give this one attempt to get the goal, and then I'm skipping over it to do qualifying, because I have never been the best at road courses. Actually made it past him okay. Okay, this time I didn't do any mowing. How I managed to do that, I do not know. I guess I will get the practice. That's good. Alright, now qualifying.
Alright, dig, driver.
See if we can get a semi-decent starting spot. Okay.
Alright now, just like practice, qualifying count. Here we go.
Little off mark there. But there are places I can get it close to. I can make that up a little bit. Still not thinking I'd get the pole, but like I'm projecting top 7. Whoa! Come on, stupid car! Well, top 7 is now no longer a thing. I'm thinking 20th to 30th. I will be very happy if I'm wrong, but that just, my car wouldn't fucking turn. Like 1/16's the goal, which I imagine is right around the pole.
Let's see where that puts you.
4th! Wow! I was not thinking I was going to be anywhere close to the top 10. I will take 4th. Gregson will draft, Matt Mills is fast, and Chastain failed optical scanning. That does not help us. Gotta be careful, do not want to wreck Allgaier. I'd rather not wreck anyone, but Allgaier especially. Cindric, Custer if I had to, okay. Well, got the lead. And I didn't do anything too egregious there. Well, I wonder what happens in this game if you go through that at full speed. Does it? I'm assuming it would penalize me. I don't think I want to find out. Like, the optimal time to have checked that would have been right there. Hey!
2 laps left. Stay calm.
You know, maybe I will attempt it. Call me curious. Like, I think I've got enough of a lead where even if it made me stop for a few moments, I'd still be okay. Yeah, I'ma try it. Like, it has to be a penalty of some sort, but I'ma try it. Of a fucking penalty, not when the leaders have to slow down to not hit me. Oh, that was funny. That was funny right there. Like, they're like, oh, well, here's a penalty. It's like, yeah, not much of a penalty when the guy in second place has to stop dead in his tracks in order to not run into the back of me. And now, as long as I hit my marks normally this lap, I'm gonna win. I almost want to try that again, but now Allgaier's close enough to me where if I were to try that this lap, he might be able to go around me. He's right there, so if I do screw this up, he will nab the win from me. If he does, it's my own damn fault. That's going to be a win at Watkins Glen, though.
You earned that checker.
Alright. So, Cole Custer. I want everybody to race just like Stan Lund. Super clean, incredibly professional, and totally amazing. And Allgaier says, I can't think of anybody I'd rather race than my very good friend Stan Lund. Alright, now what? Okay, a truck race and a bush race. Okay, Kentucky. All right. And while we're heading to the track, I'll show off this next item. There's two more I definitely want to show off this time. Everything else may end up waiting for the next one. So what we got here is a vintage Richard Petty car. Now this is made by Ertl. I think they made a couple different body styles of these. I don't know if it had windshield glass or not. I don't think it did because I don't see any sort of a tab up there. What the hell just... Did I accidentally select exit out? That's stupid if I did. Hold on, I'll continue. Okay. So, yeah. This is modeled after the 1982 paint scheme. I believe, if I remember right, that was the one that was predominantly red on top, blue on the bottom. Nice looking car, though. Very happy to have one of these in my collection. Now I gotta get a vintage Richard Petty figure to go with it. Alright, got a practice lap in here.
Alright, now dig, dig, dig. Still there? You got room to clear there.
Alright, headed around him.
Careful. Still there. Alright, you're clear.
Alright, that's practice done. Now let's qualify. A little disappointed we haven't had any Cup hot seats this session. And we potentially won't, because like I said, I think I'm only going to show off 2 more items, which means I'm probably only going to do 2 more races after this one. So unless there's a Cup Series hot seat in the next week, we're probably not getting one this time.
her down.
Pole position. Well, we'll have a pretty decent shot at winning this one then. Alright, on the pole winner, Rafael Lassard crashed during qualifying, and Joe Nemechek had to change an engine. Yep, this is the click it or ticket 225.
Be ready. Ready. Green flag. Hold your line. Got one outside. You got it. You're clear there.
6 laps.
Time to go. This time back.
Alright. Getting close to the end of this one. Once we get to the start checkered line again, there'll be 2 more laps to go in this one.
Here's the line.
You know, I should probably get a Matt Crafton die-cast for my collection at some point. I'd say he's one of my favorite drivers currently in the truck series. It'd be nice to have something to represent him in my collection.
All right, let's go. White flag.
Same thing with Allgaier. Like, I've got that signed trading card for Allgaier, but I should get a die-cast for him as well at some point. Pretty much everyone else I like, I have something of. Whether it be Chastain's Hale Mellon, Bubba Wallace, Chase Elliott, any of the drivers of the 43 car. Alright, another win down. We'll head to the next event, and then I'll show off the next item. I really wish for race wear and tear that the huge savings would be within 12 of, of 100%. Okay, Stuart Friesen says, "You're really improving. Keep it up." Improving, huh? I'll still compliment you, but damn. And Crafton says, "If anybody so much as touches Stanlon on the track, they're going to have to answer to me. Hashtag we are best friends." Well, thank you. Alright, race 21 for the Xfinity Series. Mid-Ohio Road Course. Goody. Alright, so next item I got to show off is this interesting Richard Petty truck bank. This is a 1913 Model T van. Still has the key in the bottom. Beautiful, beautiful truck. I mean, Dayglow Red and Petty Blue go on anything. Like, you paint anything those colors, and it is going to stand out. Although, for the love of God, nobody paint a fucking Tesla, or not Tesla, a fucking Cybertruck like that, because those things are garbage, and I never want to see Petty colors on it. It's bad enough somebody painted one of those with Dale Sr.'s Goodwrench colors.
Okay, get back in there. Let's go.
Okay, now I don't know this track very well, so we will see what kind of result I can get here. I'm definitely going to practice it, though. And qualify. Whoa, don't.
Alright, you're clear then. Left side. Clear left.
Alright, now let's get this practice in. Again, similar to Watkins Glen, one lap is all I'm allowing myself to attempt to practice. If I get it in that, good. If I don't, oh well, on the qualifying. Alright, well, I got through. Alright, and we still got the practice goal, I guess. Alright, let's see where we can start from. Still have to make one more circuit around here in order to get my qualifying lap.
Okay, fast lap here.
If I can make it past this trouble spot, I'll be fine. Alright, we're past the trouble spot. I think we should only have a couple more corners left.
That's it.
Pole position. Okay, we can't start from a better spot. Let me take a drink and then we'll do this race. Then I'll show off the potential last item and do the potential last race. Okay, Justin Haley didn't have a good practice. Tyler Reddick failed inspection, and I won the pole. Okay.
We're going green. Be ready here. Green flag.
Three laps we have to complete here. Goody. Alright. We're getting close to completing lap 1.
Here we go.
Looks like Cindric got past Allgaier. Alright. Come on. Close to the end on this one.
All right, let's go.
Final lap. This one's for all the marbles. Corners and we'll have this one. Second to last corner. And last one. Okay.
Fantastic job there. Great win.
It'd be nice if I got an achievement with this one. I don't think I will. "17 wins in the Xfinity Series this season." I am curious what my overall stats are, because I'm pretty sure there's an achievement for getting... Oh, hold on, I just got an achievement. Not intimidated. Won 77 races, so I passed Dale Earnhardt's win total. Alright, Timmy Hill. Do you know what time it is? It's time to turn it up for Stan Lund's 75 wins. That's what time it is. Hashtag airhorn, hashtag airhorn, hashtag airhorn. Alright, and then Allgaier says, "I want everybody to race just like Stan Lund. Super clean, incredibly professional, and totally amazing." Alright, what's the next? Oh, we have a hot seat coming up, so I think we're going to stretch this episode a little longer. Now I'm happy I've got a few extra items here. Okay, so Pocono Speedway. First, we'll get our Speedway car here completed. Alright, well, we're waiting for that to load up. I'll show off this item. So this is an interesting one. This is the 1999 John Andretti STP Pontiac, but as you can see, it's a clear version. It does have the normal features of a 124 scale: opening hood, opening trunk, and turnable front wheels. But the body is clear, so you can see the inner workings of the car. It's really cool. I actually had this car before in my collection, but mine was missing, like, from here forward. So it's nice to finally have the complete car for the collection. I don't think they did this for any other years. At least not that I know of. Okay, let's get our practice done.
All right, now, dig, dig, dig.
You know, it's funny. I said that I wanted an achievement for that win. That was the one I was that was one of two that I was thinking I might get there. The other was for winning at every road course, but there may be a road course exclusive to the Cup Series we haven't gotten to yet. You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing. Go home. Good old Han Solo. You know, I actually had a very interesting thought the other day. You know how, well, I'm gonna guess a lot of you aren't Star Wars fans, but for any here that are, a lot of people are always upset that Rey became a Skywalker. They're always like, well, she's a Palpatine, she can't be a Skywalker. It's like, well, if that's the case, then Leia cannot be an Organa by that definition. And Han can't be a Solo by that definition. It's like, we're more than willing to call them by those names, and we don't raise a stink that they weren't. Like, if you wanted to be technical, Leia should be called Leia Skywalker, not Leia, you know, Organa. And Han, well, I guess you should just call him Han. Can't use the last name Solo because it wasn't assigned to him, you know, when he was born. His parents weren't Solo. Plus, as some folks out there know, sometimes the family you're born with isn't the family that is your family. There are plenty of times where people have, you know, found family, you know, adoptive mothers or fathers. Not really a NASCAR thing, but just something that I've been thinking about lately. Also, we're not going to make it into the championships. We're not going to start the championships this episode. Since the Truck Series are still, like, after this, there's still 2 more races to make it, you know, to start the playoffs. I'm not sure about the Xfinity. Next episode, though, we'll get there, but we're going to get this hot seat taken care of, because if possible, I'm hoping it's Petty's 43, and I'm hoping that I can bring her to victory lane.
Okay, last lap here.
It's like this will be a trio of races at Pocono, I think. Unless the Xfinity Series or the hot race or hot seat race aren't at Pocono, but I imagine they both are. Not getting the pole for this race. Probably will be starting somewhere around the 10th. That was a big old dirt cloud I kicked up.
All right, qualifying's over. Good job.
7th. Well, not quite as far back as I thought I could be, but definitely wasn't the pole. Pocono's not one of my better tracks. Like they call it the tricky triangle for a reason. Anchor's happy with me. Enfinger has to start at the back. And as does Austin Wayne South. So we could theoretically gain 2 spots.
Alright, man. You're coming to the green. Almost ready.
We did not gain any spots. 2 laps, so thankfully this will be short.
Still there. You're all clear up top there. All clear. You got room. You're clear.
We actually made it to the lead. Now can we keep the lead? That is the question. Okay, we're still in the lead come the end of the first lap, so I think we'll be okay. I don't think I'm going to hand it away in this one lap. Not to say it's not possible, but unlikely. Because really, it's only the second corner that I really flub. Okay, and they're still far enough back that, barring something catastrophic here, yeah, the win is mine.
Black and white in the air. The checkered flag. Good job.
All right. So we're getting closer to having 2 million in the bank. Harrison Burton. Oh man, Stan Lund's the best. We are going fishing this weekend. Should be super fun. All right. I'm just curious. Yeah, 76 wins so far for career. Wait, that doesn't sound right. I just won a gun, so... Okay, well, either way, let's go back and do this race. Hey! Okay. Oh! Bristol's next! Huh. Okay, if it's Bristol for the Cup race, if we are in 43, we may have a shot to win. Like, if I have to do some beating and banging at Bristol to get 43 to victory lane, I will. And while we're waiting on that, I'll show off the next item. A lot of 124 scales in today's episode. This here is the 5 decades of Petty, Lee Petty diecast. It's got opening hood. No steerable front wheels, though. This is his 49 Plymouth Deluxe. Beautiful, beautiful car, though. And it looks like by the time we're done today, there'll only be one item I brought out. Well, technically two if you count the thing over there. But I'm not counting that because I decided not to show that one off this time. I couldn't remember if I had shown it before. But there'll only be one item that I brought out that I intended to show off this time that I didn't. All right. Let's get our qualifying run done.
Back it down, back it down.
Not heading to pit road, so don't you worry your head.
Give us all you got. Back it down, back it down.
No, I will not back it down.
Let's see what that puts you.
Pole position is where it puts me. That'll make the start of this race easier. Okay, Gray Galding is fast. Unapproved body modification for Matt Mills, and Brandon Brown missed the driver's meeting. Still feel bad for him having his win and his name tainted by stupid political bullshit.
Going green. Ready. Hammer down, range up. Got one up top. Got room to clear that.
Sad thing is, if it weren't for the fucking broadcasters trying to cover up the swearing about Biden, he never would have had to deal with it. But it's like, broadcasters are like, oh, well, the best way to cover up him saying, you know, the crowd going, fuck Joe Biden is, let's claim it to saying, let's go Brandon. Fucking stupid. No, I won't watch my speed. How about you watch my speed as I race around the track?
Back it down, back it down.
No. Hey, sorry, did not mean to get into you. That was me trying to do that in such a way where I wouldn't. Whoa!
Alright, clear outside.
Yikes, sorry, Gase.
Still there. You're going too fast. Alright, you're clear there. Clear high, bud.
Gonna have a few people unhappy, I think, at the end of this.
Time to go. This time by. Stay on the bottom. Clear all around. Back it down, back it down. Car there on the outside. Clear high, bud.
You know, at one point in the race this weekend, they had gotten it to where there was only one car left on the lead lap, which was the leader.
Alright, you're clear there. Alright, you're clear.
I've already lapped up to 17th.
Alright, you're clear there.
Make that 16th.
You're clear all around.
Hey, Riddick. No hard feelings, right?
I need 2 more stall laps, bud. Keep it going. You got room. You're
I
clear.
might get up to 10th lap. Won't get the people in the lead done though. Well, I'm in the lead.
Stay on the bottom here.
Sorry, old guy.
In the air. You got
Oh, hey, Balicki, you're about to go second lap down.
Alright, you're clear. Back it down, back it down. Got one outside now.
Almost got to 10th lap.
Just flat.
Maybe a couple frustrated folks, but nothing too major. Alright. That's 18 wins of the season. Alright. Joey Logano says, 77 wins? That's amazing. Casgralla, Stan Lund has 77 wins? That's unbelievable. Matt Tift, Stan Lund has 77 wins. I always knew Stan Lund would get here. Congrats. Austin Hill, Stan Lund, you know what? You brighten my day every time I see you. Ryan Sieg, another perfect race by Stan Lund. And if anybody asks, yes, we are totally going camping next weekend. Should be fun. Yep, should be. Timmy Hill, I can't think of anybody I'd rather race than my very good friend Stan Lund. Joey Gase. Okay, finally, someone who's upset. Joey Gase. What is your deal, Stan Lund? You completely wrecked me last race. Why are you trying to make me so angry? I'm not. I'm sorry. Alright, and now the hot seat. Number 6 card. Damn it! I wanted the 43! Oh, we'll still do it. And I'll show off the final item for today. This is the Bill Elliott Mac Tonight diecast. 124 scale. Obviously has a little damage to it. You know, I guess he got a little too happy and bump drafted. This paint scheme is from 1998, I believe. Definitely one of the more visually appealing classic paint jobs. I actually did a throwback to this a few years ago that was pretty good. That moon, though, is hella creepy. Alright, we are at Bristol again.
You're clear of pit road.
Well, we'll see if we can get a win. You know, I believe this is Keselowski's car. So, it should have the speed to pull it off.
Carlo now. Clear over. Back it down, back it down.
Alright.
Time to go.
That being said, if I do see Kyle Busch, I might wreck him. Just because it's Kyle Busch, and I hate Kyle Busch.
Back it down, back it down. Alright now, just like practice, qualifying count. Here we go. Alright, time's up. Let's see who we play.
Fifth. Not bad. Not starting from first, but I can see me climbing through. Our goal is 20th.
The Cup Series returns to the last great Coliseum for the Bass Pro Shops NRA
Blaney
night
failed
race.
pre-race.
This half-mile
Oh, Kyle Busch won the pole. We're definitely going to try and wreck him. And Paul Menard had
Who will come
unimproved
out on
body
top tonight?
modifications.
It's time to find out.
Fuck you, Busch. It's like, if I have anything to say about it, you're not winning this race. I may not win, but you're not winning.
Bubba has the green flag in his hand. Ready? Green flag. Got one up top. Car outside.
Sorry, Bowman.
Outside. Alright, clear outside. You got room. You're clear.
Okay, 20 laps to do this thing.
You got room. You're clear.
Not gonna wreck you, Truex. Busch, on the other hand,
Alright, you're clear. Car there on the inside. Back it down, back it down. Alright, you're clear. Car high, careful. You got room, you're clear. Watch your speed, please.
that was me getting kind of desperate. I really want this win. Clearly, though, doing it that way is not going to work.
You're going too fast. Still there.
medic.
Slow down. You got room. You're clear there.
Okay. Made it to the lead, and we got to wreck Bush.
All right, you're clear. Watch your speed, please. All right, you're clear. You're all clear up top there. All clear. All right, you're clear there. Slow down. You got room. You're clear there.
Halfway through this race.
Top three.
Can't remember if this is going to be my first cup win or if I've won one of these heat races already.
Watch your speed, please. 10 laps to go. Still there. Got a car high now. All right, you're clear.
Sorry, Stenhouse.
Slow down. Top three, use it if you need it. Back it down, back it down. Careful, still there. Top three, use it if you need it. You got room, you're clear there. Got one up top. You're all clear up top there.
There's Eric Jones, current driver of the 43.
All right, you're clear there. You got room, you're clear.
Sorry.
Got a car high
Oh,
now.
there's Bubba.
Watch your speed, please. You got room, you're clear there. 5 laps to go. Clear high, clear high.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of frustrated folks.
You're clear all around there. You got room, you're clear there. Back it down, back it down.
I see Bush ahead. I might get to wreck him again. That would be fun. I'm not going to do it in such a way where I take myself out, because I want this win. He's not winning the race for sure.
You got room, you're clear.
Dono.
Stay on the bottom. Watch your speed, please. Hold your line. Got one outside. There we go. Slow clear. Inside, inside. Inside. Car there on the outside. Hold your line. Got one outside. White flag is in the air. Car there on the outside. Clear all around there.
Alright.
Back it down, back it down.
I didn't get to wreck Bush, but I lapped him.
What a win.
Definitely going to be a lot of sore people. Anybody but Bush, I'll apologize to. But Bush, I'm going to insult him if he's like, hey, what'd you do that for? Chase finished 5th. I'm getting kind of hungry. Top 20 finish. I won the race for you. Okay, so Jimmy Johnson. I just saw the most amazing thing. Stan Lund isn't even on a team yet and still won a Monster Energy Series race. Hashtag that's incredible. Alex Bowman. Stan Lund, since you're new around here, I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. Please don't run into anybody at this level. You hit me again, we'll have words. Ricky Stenhouse. I know you are new and all, but that does not excuse your horrible driving out there today. Sorry, Stenhouse. Kozlowski. Aren't you trying to impress people and get a ride for next year? Crash passing is not how you do that. Sorry. Surprised Bush didn't have anything to say. Okay, so when we continue next, we'll be in a Xfinity race, Road America. And there's only 4 races in that series till the playoffs. Of course, it's another road course, but we are not doing that today. Like I said, that's going to be it for this one. I do hope everyone enjoyed this episode. Next time we play, I'll have some more things to show off. We should start both the playoffs. We probably won't complete them next episode since playoffs are usually about 10 races, but we should at least start them. But till then, this has been DMC Jedi Man Gaming, and I am signing off. Peace, everybody.